Alright guys, so we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So there were a number of new units that came out along with the SCR Super BUU. I've basically covered all of them now except for two. There is this Evil BUU right here, Skinny Evil BUU, whatever you want to call him. This is an SR card that's been in the game for forever. This game has been in it for a while. I don't know exactly when he first came out, but he's certainly been out for going on almost the entire game's lifespan. He just got a Dokkan Awakening along with the new Super BUU event into an SSR, and there also is the free-to-play STR Western Supreme Kai. I still want to do a video on her, going over exactly what she does as well. So let's go ahead and awaken this Evil BUU, and then we will take him on the Enhanced Transformation team into an event and test out how he is going to do. I have the extra 4 dupes. I'm going to go ahead and feed in those extra dupes. I will have to awaken, all 4 of them to an SSR before I can feed them in. I will open up all of his dupe paths. I'm probably not going to rainbow him now. He's actually a pretty interesting unit. We're going to go over him before we actually head into the fight today. I usually don't do this, but no one has even talked about this BUU in any way at all. So I will guess that a lot of people watching this probably don't know what this guy does. So we'll go over it. Give me a second. I'm going to level him up. I'm going to awaken him to a UR. We'll get ready to hop into the event, and then we'll go over him before we hop into a fight. Alright guys, so we'll go ahead and hop into an event, of course, is going to be on the Enhanced Transformation team. Probably going to be the best place for all versions of Majin Buu. Now again, we're going to go over this BUU right now because I feel like probably no one really knows what he does. Usually I do this at the end of the video though. So let's take a quick look at him. This is Collected Anger, BUU Pure Evil. His leader skill is Int type attack minus 30%. So Int enemy attack type minus 30%. See, there are some of those leader skills that are actually kind of interesting for Super Battle Road, but 30% is not going to be enough to get it done. His super attack is the Guilty Flash, which does supreme damage to the enemy and seals super attack. That's pretty useful that he seals. A lot of the final phases of Dokkan Fest boss fights now usually are immune to that, but for the first couple phases, it is still usually available, that the boss can be hit with it. His passive skill, Freed Evil, is all enemies attack and defense minus 20%, and he has a medium chance to evade enemies' attack. So that's not bad. Basically, he's kind of like a weaker version of STR Omega Shenron, except he doesn't have an attack passive and he dodges instead. So nothing like STR Omega Shenron, I guess. But he's an interesting little sort of utility / defensive unit here. I'm almost kind of thinking about rainbowing this guy and giving him 15 dodge, because medium chance to evade enemies' attack, that should be about a 25% chance, I would think, to dodge attacks. That is the same chance that STR Janemba has, right? My STR Janemba has 15 dodge. He does seem to dodge quite frequently, so I think it could be useful for this BUU as well. And then, of course, lowering enemies' attack by 20%. That's a good enough number that it will make a noticeable difference. His links are Majin, Berserker, Brutal Beatdown, Infinite Regeneration, Nightmare, The Wall Standing Tall, and Fierce Battle. Okay, wow. Okay, he actually gets Fierce Battle. That's something that I hadn't noticed until just right now. Yeah, one of the very few SSR cards that have Fierce Battle. Usually for Shattering Limit or Fierce Battle, it's a TUR card or above. But there are a couple of cards that are actual just SSRs of Fierce Battle. So this is good for people who are still struggling to get LR Vegito Blue, I suppose. But, just an SR that has Fierce Battle is pretty easy to obtain. His Wealth Key Multiplier is 130%, which is, whoo, that's very bad. And then he has 2 categories. He's on the Majin Buu Arc category, as well as the Enhanced Transformation category. Enhanced Transformation category is definitely the place to go for him. He should be usable on the BUU Arc team as well, I guess. I really would like to see them release some sort of form of BUU as a BUU Arc sort of leader, like a secondary leader. I do want to see them do that with more teams more often. Like, here's an example. You know, we could get, I think, like an LR, Fat Boo, and Bobbity, right? Who is a Majin Buu arc leader. And then that way, you know, you can kind of build that team, you know, Majin Buu style oriented. Like, I really hope they do that with tons of categories. I feel like in pretty much every video now I'm saying that, but like, it's true. That's what I really would like them to see. Okay. I did want to see what the Evil Buu. I wanted to test him out with the physical Kid Buu to kind of see like what his max sort of attack set and stuff would look like. But again, he is more of a defensive unit, and it's so funny. Every single time I feel like it's time to like showcase a unit, it's like, oh, they're in the 7th slot. And then this Super Buu, you know, he also does lower attack and defense. You know, you could build villain units usually just have like so much sort of defensive viability, be it HP regeneration, you know, just overall having like, you know, better like damage mitigation than a lot of hero units. Like villains always have a lot of interesting abilities like that, healing and all types of stuff. So I think this Buu could actually become quite useful. Now, okay, we're gonna push Kid Buu off rotation here. That way we'll actually be able to have him, you know, get on a rotation with the skinny / evil Buu. Again, we're not like looking for anything particular. Like, you know, we don't need to see him dodge a million attacks, or we don't really, even his attack stat is not really so much of a big deal. But, you know, for all new units, I do like to make a video centered around them, right? Just at least going over their basic info and stuff. So, like, my channel, you know, has become almost like I feel like an encyclopedia on the Dokkan cards, right? Like, you know, I feel like you could pretty easily just go to, like, the search bar on my channel and search in any unit. And I've got, you know, 5 showcase videos of them, right? Now, we do want to make sure that we stay above 80% HP, but yeah, see, physical Kid Buu after his EZA, his stats are just going to be so high. And then, of course, you know, he does give that 50% defensive buff anyway. He's not taking damage. The team, there's just so many strong units nowadays. Like, let's just be real here. Okay, so Buu is not going to get, he's not going to get a super attack. I guess we'll leave him here. Yeah. We'll leave him right here. We'll keep this Buu-centric, sort of for rotation for next turn when Physical Kid Buu comes back around. Let's see if he will get any dodges in. No. He's taking about 22k. Gotenks Buu can indeed have his attack lowered, so the 22k he was taking, that was with his passive in effect. Plus, then there's Super Buu lowering his attack even more, and now here's Super Buu lowering his attack even more, so, you know, that is a good thing. We can really chain, like, having this fucker's attack get lowered, so he's really not going to be able to do very good damage against us at all in the long run. I think I will, just to ensure, I am going to go ahead and use a King Yama right here. I definitely don't need to do this. This is a ridiculously strong defensive rotation, but I just want to absolutely ensure that we can walk into that next rotation with it. Yeah, okay, the purple orbs, the int orbs, we do have enough as well to give the physical Super Buu a super attack. Okay, so there's Janemba with the dodge. Again, Janemba should have about the same chance to dodge that the skinny or pure evil Buu does have to dodge. But as we can see, my Janemba just dodging left and right. He does have the 15 dodge in the dupe system, however. The skinny Buu, you know, I only gave him 1% in the dupe system. That's usually what I'll do for units that, like, I haven't rainbowed. Like a new unit, I'll get them the 1% in the dupe system and then just sort of stop there. So I have enough physical orbs to rainbow him, but I think before I do that, I would also want to see for sure you know, I'm thinking that we're going to get a new LR, you know, Kid Buu, or, you know, whatever, Super Buu, Fat Buu, some LR Buu. I'm thinking we'll get that. So I want to see what typing that unit is before I rainbow any other units moving forward, probably. Okay, so here we go. This is a little bit of a rotation. Can he... Yeah, okay, all the links that he can share, he's got with Physical Kid Buu. So this will give us right here basically the hardest that this boy is going to hit for now. So let's see what he can do. The physical Skinny Buu with Kid Buu on rotation. We'll also see his super attack. I don't remember the last time I ever used one of these Skinny Buus. Okay, so does that, and then that. Is that new? I actually don't even know. I don't know if that's new. It didn't look like it. Because, yeah, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever used the SCR Skinny Buu. Like, I remember he came out before I started playing JP. So, like, you know, if he had come out, like, recently, you know, obviously I would have had a video on him. That was back when I was doing the preparing for Dokkan Battlefield series, which I did for much of last year. I remember awakening that guy and a lot of the other Battlefield units that did awaken at that time. So, yeah, I don't think I've ever used those Skinny Buus. There's never really been a good chance to use the pure Evil Buus or Skinny Buus. Like, that STR one is pretty bad. Like, what does he do? He gets like a like 10,000 attack when HP is under 90% or something along those lines. Like, it's like 10,000 attack under 99% HP, I think. So he gets 18,000 attack when HP is 99% or below. That's just not enough. Like, that's 18,000 attack? No way. I mean, he has the super Kamehameha as his super attack. So he has a different super attack than the physical Buu. Okay, interesting. And this Buu, did he still do the Guilty Flash when he was an SR? I would presume so. But let me just confirm that real quick. Yeah, okay, so probably not a new super attack. It's something that he had before. We saw what he was capable of doing. I don't really think we need to keep him on rotation any longer than that. He is, again, a defensive or utility unit. I do think if you rainbow him, he could be useful in Super Battle Road too. Because that medium chance to dodge, plus lowering all enemies' attack by 20%, in category Super Battle Road, many of those fights, there's 3 and 4 enemies constantly, 5 enemies. So, it's very helpful being able to lower the attack of all of those enemies. So, I do think this Evil Buu could help in category Super Battle Road for sure. Especially for, like, this category right here. When that stage eventually comes out, should be pretty good to bring him. Actually, I don't know. I feel like this category will probably have a pretty easy time in category Super Battle Road, huh? Because you're gonna have LR Cell. You've got this transforming Frieza who heals every turn. You've got Cooler. You have Janemba. You have the Golden Frieza cards who are amazing at defense. So yeah, I don't really think it's gonna be too difficult to take down this stage. But that Evil Buu, he can help. He'll be good for free-to-play players, I think. Because even like free-to-play players, chances are pretty good you'll end up with a couple copies of that SR Evil Buu or Skinny Buu. He's been around for a long time. I remember back when I first started playing Global, I actually did keep that SR, I think, because he at least was usable, right? Like, he had like a decent ability. What was it when he was an SR? Like, he lowered attack by like 15% or something like that. All enemies attack minus 10%. Yeah, that's still like a usable thing, right? Like, he wasn't, attack plus 500 or some nonsense like some of those SRs have. So wow, we're actually gonna get a Dokkan attack right here. That is very rare to get a Dokkan attack in an event, a Dokkan event. Wow, did I go through this pretty slow right here, but trying to focus, put a focal point on that SR Buu. Well, I guess he's an SSR now, right? Really did slow us down a bit, but this should be the end right here. So thanks everyone for watching. I will catch you all next time. I don't think Buff Buu is going to survive this Dokkan attack. Yeah, with physical Kid Buu giving us the buff as well. So I appreciate you guys watching. Again, on Global, if you pull this SR Evil Buu, Skinny Buu, Pure Evil Buu, whatever you want to call him, make sure to hang on to him because he does get an awakening alongside this SCR Super Buu. So thanks guys for watching. I'll catch y'all next time.